So, what's going on, guys? My name is Major Reaper, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to create a VCR/retro effect on Adobe Premiere Pro without any plugins. So, if you haven't seen my channel before, just check it out. Because what I've got here are a few clips of my channel trailer, where I've just mixed them up and added a few transitions to make them nice and cropped unwanted stuff out so I can get to the stage where I add the effect. Okay, so first step in getting this is what you're going to want to do is to make things easier. This isn't absolutely necessary, but it'll make things a lot easier. So if you've got more than one clip, just highlight them. If they're in the same row, that is, anyway. But just highlight them and click Nest. What this will do is it'll merge all of the clips together and make one big clip. So there you go, it's 4 minutes, whatever. But that's merged those two clips together now. Not like 5 clips. But then what you're going to want to do is grab this, and since I'm using a Mac, this will be either Alt or Option. I'm not sure what it'll be on Windows, but you're going to want to click and hold Option or Alt, then click and drag, and let go of your mouse while still holding Option. Then you want to do that, so it just copies and duplicates them 3 times. Next up, what you're going to want to do is turn your blend mode to linear dodge add, and you're going to want this on all 3 of these duplicates. So there you go, that's gone all funny now. But then next, what you want to do is you want to go on to effects and type in RGB, not Reg B, just RGB, and you're going to want to use color balance and drag it onto all 3 tracks, like so. So once you've done that, you'll have this in your video effects, so color balance, and you get your red, green and blue. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to select your bottom layer, turn green and blue down to 0 and leave red on 100. It'll automatically default to 100 once you lower one of the values, because they're normally on 39 like that. But for your middle one, then you're going to want to drop your red and your blue to 0 and leave your green on 100%, and then for the top one you want to drop your red and your green to 0 and leave your blue 100%, so it's gone back to normal. But then this is what will give it that off look to it. So you want to grab your top layer, which is your blue layer, and move your left position, which is this one by here, and just drag that to the left slightly. So as you can see there, that's moving my blue layer. So you can move that to the left, not too much, otherwise it'll look stupid. And then just leave that there and grab your red layer and move that down like that. So it just makes it look a bit older and faded. Right, so you got your faded type stuff. Now next up, what you're going to want to do is, in your project right here, which has all your files that you've used, you're going to want to right click and select new item and go select adjustment layer. This is the settings I'm going to be using now. So it's width 1280 and your height by 1080. Your time base is going to want to be 23.976 frames per second, and your pixel aspect ratio, you're just going to want to select square pixel ratio, square pixels. Then once you've done that, drag it onto your project and make this so that it's the same length as your project, so it goes over your whole project. What you're going to want to do from here is go into your effects and type in wave warp, and it'll be under distort. What you're going to want to do then is drag that onto your adjustment layer, and as you can see, it's made all the video really weird. But then what you're going to want to do is instead of having sine as your wave type, you're going to want to select square. Leave your wave height as it is, and change your wave width to 1000. Then for your direction, you want to change that to 0, and your wave speed you want negative 0.1. Once you've done that, then you're going to want to select all edges for pinning. Otherwise, if you don't have that selected, you'll get a black bar like that. So that will just get rid of those. And then once you've done all that, you should get a glitch line coming down here, like that. This is going to mess up the video because I'm recording, and the effects sometimes take a bit of CPU usage. But you can see the glitch line going down like that, so it's just like a normal video on a VHS player. Right, now that you've got your wave warp, what you're going to want to do is noise. And what noise is like it adds that grainy effect to the video to make it look old. And what you're going to do is drag and drop that onto your adjustment layer. And then for amount of noise, which is by here, you want to put 20%. And that gives that grainy effect. So as if you got TV static in the background, that's what it makes it look like. As you can see, that's that done. Now finally, what you're going to want now is a date, and if you want, then you can use play. So what I'm going to do is do play, and I've got a text here. I'll put the link in the description for it if you want it. And I've got a font here, VCR OSD mono. So what I got here, I'll just not press play, but I will create a new text and select play. And what you want to do then is you want to have your safe margins turned on for this, so you can put this right in the corner by there. But what that will do is that will you can have one text just say in play, but what you want is your adjustment layer over the top of these texts. So you could have your play just there for it should just go then. There you go. And then what you want then is another text on this side featuring the date of the video, but you want to make this look like it was recorded in the 90s when VCR was all a big thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the same date I used for a Simpson Wave video I made, which was the 24th of April 1999. Then you're just going to select that, your cursor tool or selection tool, move that onto this side. Just going slow now, great. But just make that a little bit smaller. So it doesn't take up too much space on there. There you go. There we go. And then you can turn off your safe margins, and you can see that that play will go. So you can just move that to there. But the one thing is, you need to use a different text for the 1999. So you could get rid of that. Get rid of that. This isn't working well for me at the moment. Right, so let's just got rid of my play and my date. So what I'm going to do is create a text there. And just play. But you want this in all caps because it will be in all caps on a VCR. And what you're going to do is select off that and then create a new text here, and then just type in your date, which is 24th of April 1999. Then just drag that into your safe margin and just drag both of these under your adjustment layer so that that glitch line adds to the effect of the text. But what you want is the date to be there the whole time and your play just to be there momentarily. So just leave that there for 2 seconds, probably. That would be the best idea. See, and then that goes. And there you have it. So once this is done, I'll put this at the end, but I'm just going to add music as well to it. So I'll put this at the end of the video for you to see the finished product. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful, and I hope you put it to good use. Thank you for watching.